Hello friends, welcome back to Do Not Get It Right with Sawan Kumar, and today what are we not going to get right is we are not going to live our life without a blueprint, without a plan, without an engineered plan, a plan prepared by a specialist, a plan prepared by a technical specialist. And why do I say so? That it is important, it is really important that we need a plan to lead or to live our life successfully is because have you ever seen a tall and a beautifully done building built without a blueprint, without an engineering plan? Have you seen any successful company becoming successful without any blueprint, without any success plan, without any business plan? Have you seen any sportsman become successful without a plan, without a blueprint? So when nothing on this earth works without a blueprint, without a plan, without a business plan, or without a game plan, you cannot win any of the things, be it sports or your business or your personal life or your professional life. When each and everything needs a plan, why are we living a life without a plan? Why are we living a life without a blueprint? Why are we living a life that does not have any structure? We need to stop doing that right now. We need to stop living a life that is structureless, that does not carry any blueprint. Can you imagine your house being built without a blueprint? Can you imagine of your house being built without any plan? How is your house gonna come up? Just give the smallest of the thought to this thing, that if you are building your house and it is being done without any blueprint or without any plan or any map, how would it come up to be? It won't. It would just turn out to be a mess. So when that house cannot be built without a blueprint, without a plan, without knowing beforehand what exactly are you going to have where, and how are you going to decorate it and present it, and how everything is planned, right? Everything is planned, and you already see that beautiful view, how your house is gonna become in a beautiful artistic pattern, some 3D pictures, some videos and patterns. The decor and interior designers show you that, and how your house would look like once built or decorated or set up. They show you that, right? They give you a visualization of how it would look like once it is built, before it's built. So when we do not build a house, we do not do anything without having a very concrete and a structured plan, how are we spending our life without a blueprint, without a plan? And what actually are we feeding to this brain? Like when we are building a house, we look for the most expensive and the most exquisite and the most beautiful things around, and we imagine of putting up those things in our house, right? That is how we build our houses. We put up the most favorite things that we love and like to have in our house. That is how we build our house. But how are we building our life? What are we planning for our life? How are we structuring our life? What is our blueprint of life? And what are the things that we are putting in our life, so that after a period of time, when we see how our life has become, what are we seeing it to be like? Do we see our life to be very happy and to be very contented, or are we seeing life as something full of fear and worry and anxiety, lack of something, anger, enemies, and so many things around? Are we not living our life like this? Are we not feeding ourselves with so many of negative things? Now when we are feeding so many negative thoughts, when we are feeding so many of negative things into our life, how can we expect a beautiful life on the other end? If we had built our house in a similar way, if we had built our house with similar bad feeds, Can you ever expect a beautiful house being done at the end of the day? Definitely not. Similarly, for our life, if we keep feeding those anger and frustration and anxiety and loss and fear and so many bad things, how do we expect a beautiful life on the other end? We cannot expect. So we need to figure out and we need to understand the importance of what are we feeding into our brain, what are we feeding to ourselves. And when we feed to ourselves something, do we have a concrete plan to that? Do we have a blueprint of our life? Do we have a plan to our life and how we are going to spend the next 10, 20, 30 years of our life? And once you have a blueprint, do you have those fine decoration items that would make your life really beautiful? Do you have that marble from Italy and you use those perfumes from Paris and the most expensive things that you could have thought of in your wardrobe? The most expensive things that you could have thought for your life. Do you have that in your plan of having all of those things, having achieved all of those things in your life? And do you keep feeding that to your mind every single day? Like you keep saying to yourself that you want a Gucci bag or an Armani shirt, or you keep feeding that, right? You need an iPhone and you need this and you need that and so many artificial things, so many materialistic things that we keep feeding to ourselves, that I want this, I want that, I want so many things. But when it comes to about feeding ourselves, feeding our inner self, we stop doing that. We stop feeding those luxurious things. We stop feeding our brain and our mind with those beautiful things. We stop feeding. So if you want to live an extraordinary life, if you want to live a real successful life, then you need to start building a blueprint, building a plan, and then decorate your life plan with the most expensive things, with the most exquisite things, with the most premium of the premium things. Decorate your life with those things. Decorate your life with the achievements that you could have, that you would be having in the future. Decorate your life with the successes that you want to see for yourself. Decorate your life. Decorate your plan with all those awards and recognitions that you want for yourself. And then feed your brain every single day that you are having those things in your life as a plan. And once you start doing that, once you stop feeding your mind with anxiety and anger and fear and hatred, and you start feeding your mind and heart with love, with passion, with energy, with focus, you would see a whole lot of difference. You will see everything changing around you. You will see that suddenly the people around you have changed. You will suddenly see that everything around you has changed and the world looks entirely different today. Why is that so? Because you changed yourself inside. And the moment you change yourself inside, the moment you have a plan for yourself inside, you start looking at the world in a very different way. So to be successful, to be what you want to become, start making a plan for yourself. Decorate it with the most exclusive things, with the most exclusive things that you want to achieve for yourself, and see how it makes a difference in how you live your life. Stop feeding your life with anger, anxiety, hatred, sadness, and bad feelings and things. Stop doing that. Start feeding in good things and you will see the difference from today. Yes, I wish you all the best in trying and attempting to get into this, and I'll be waiting for the positive results from all of you. I would love hearing back from you. So see you another day. Have a great and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.